This is the Unidentified Trucker. This segment is In the Mind of a Trucker. It's a Sunday morning, 3:50 a.m. And the month we're in is December the 5th, 2021. And to start this segment off, what better way to do that than talk about something that I do when I'm away from home? Which career or job field is considered a CDL truck driver? Let me take that back. A professional CDL truck driver. Gotta throw that professional in there, boost up the ego a little bit. So I was thinking about experience that I had in the past regarding this profession. And I know with bigger carriers, you generally don't deal with this type of issue, so to speak, because big carriers, they don't provide your phone number to brokers, or who knows if that changed or not. But I pretty much know when it comes to the smaller carriers, even though you get paid more working with the smaller carriers than the bigger carriers, depending, if you can finagle the logbooks a little bit, or you work with the company. You know what I'm talking about. I don't need to go into grave detail about that. So you have your trade-offs. So that's pretty much with anything in life. There's a trade-off. Good with the bad, which contribute to a lot of things in life. So it could be personal, it could be work related, who knows, the list just goes on. But anyways, one of the cons based off of dealing with, or working with, should I say, a smaller company versus a big company, is that they provide your phone numbers to brokers. And the ridiculous questions that they ask you, that the dispatcher with the company you work with can provide or already provide, but yet whether they're a new broker, don't know how things quite work, or they're just making their own rules, and the company is just trying to appease them, make them feel comfortable or happy, and everything else just to get the load. Add in very few jobs where you can just do your task and not be sociable, or only be sociable when you want to. And this was supposed to be one of them, but things never remain the same. It always changed, but it would be nice if certain things just didn't, spice, and makes it a nuisance for you, especially if you just like to be in the zone. You get the load information and you vibe out. You already pretty much planning your route, and once you have the information, you know what you're doing. You as they say, cross your T's and dot your I's, and you just like to be in that little zen mode, especially if you find comfort in driving. At least I do. When I first realized that one of the things that zen me out, that I like to do, besides driving, make a quick detour, is exercising, lifting weights and stuff like that. So driving is definitely one of them. So I realized that early in age, real young. I had some tickets to prove it. Way before the whole so-called Too Fast, Too Furious era. But so anyways, with the brokers, they ask you questions that the dispatcher can provide or has already provided. I'm just gonna rattle off a few. They want to know if the trailer is empty. They want to know your location. They want to know the year of the trailer or the VIN of the tractor. Seriously. I'm wondering if they're gonna ask me your ethnicity or your gender, your blood type, like what's next. But even when they also have the GPS location for the truck, like your position, they still want you to call them, let them know when you arrive and when you depart, as if the tracker does not provide that. So yeah, I just think it's crazy. And then sometimes they like definitely get out of pocket, like with the stuff that they say. I just don't have the tolerance for it. And definitely they can hear it, because I'm not backing down at all, because this happened 2 times with me talking to a broker, is that they say when they can hear the tone in my voice, are like, I generally, because this is what I say I generally don't talk to brokers, like, because the company wants me to, in order for you guys to provide the information. Like, it's ridiculous. Some people definitely, they want to abuse power, or maybe they never received power, but on a deeper level, it's all like a facade. Like, the power that you think you have is not actually power at all, so a lot of people feel as if like they're teaching you a lesson, so to speak. Like, that's what the person actually said, like, oh, I'm gonna teach you a lesson because I'm the one that pays you. I like, wait, run that back again. And then the person hang up the phone, and I was like, yo, this person is crazy, because obviously they don't quite know the whole system or mechanism of parts on how things like plays. Like, yeah, y'all pusher papers, and sometimes pusher papers make more money than the people who's actually doing the work. That's just what it is. Yeah, it's backwards, but that's the world we live in. So I just thought it was like hilarious. Like, before in the past, something like that would get me upset, or whatever the case may be. But I like, you know what, if you want to cancel the load, I like, it's no problem. They could just find something else, or just be a day off for me. Like, I really don't give a damn. You're not gonna come at me like that and you think I'm gonna kiss your ass or whatever just for the load. Like, get the hell out of here. So yeah, it was just crazy. Like, I'm gonna teach you a lesson to show you like who's boss. Like, really, are you really teaching me a lesson? Because you're not doing anything other than like pushing papers and everything else, making sure that the load is getting moved, and the company basically do what they do, as far as getting the load, giving them the proper information and everything else, scheduling an appointment for delivery and everything else. But at the end of the day, it all depends on what happens, because certain things the driver can't control, like the weather, the truck breaking down, traffic, and all that other stuff. But the job gets done based off of the commitment and the work ethic of the drivers. So I want you guys to remember that if it's not you behind the steering wheel, whether you're a steering wheel holder or not, you the one who gets the things done. And these brokers need to know that. So whether you're a broker and it just come across your ear and you actually hear it, like, y'all need to check y'all motherfucking egos. Like, real talk. So I'm not in my feelings. I just think it's funny and it's hilarious. My saying is, don't stress what you can't control. So if you hear that starting to float through the air and everything else, you know where it originated from. It's the Unidentified Trucker. Hopefully you guys like this video and like the information, or just basically the topic that I provided this early morning. And what I like to say to close out the video, if you're driving and you out there on the road, hopefully you're watching out for all the smart people. Fresh out the gate, fresh out the truck. See you on another one.